1. And Nikos? Nikos? Go.
Okay, I have a 30-word recap. It's only 30 words. All right. So here we go.
Send it with
Have I been?
Yeah.
Damn it! This is cutting into my 30-word. No. Oh, shit. This is. Andrew, you fucked me up.
I think you.
I'm so sorry. Do you want to do a redo?
I've already counted 30.
Okay.
I've lost. Now I have to do it. All right. Well. All right. Thanks,
If this was
Andrew.
the D&D sending, then you would have to waste your 3rd level spell slot again.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just. Last time we fought.
That every H was a word.
Yeah. We fought nothing. I don't think fought anything.
Is this 30 words? I don't.
No, Andrew ruined that. I can't do that bit.
No, do the 30
Andrew
words.
ruined
Do
it.
the 30
I
words.
can't
Do
get
the 30
his
words.
bit. The bit is
Okay,
ruined.
wait.
Fine, I'll do it.
If we end the stream, we'll restart it.
No. That was the wrong answer. Continue, Nikos.
All right, here it goes. On ship to Dagobah. 4 words. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna start over. I'm gonna do it this time for real. On ship to Dagobah. Dagobah people talked. Robot died. Sad.
Yeah. I'm just waiting for my critique. I'm just waiting for my chance to critique.
Twilight's sister, sex.
Wow.
X slouch. Master. Badass.
Yeah.
Chose. Big spider. Mowgli dead. Big ship. Cogna bad. That's 30 words. There we go.
That was like a really, really shitty haiku.
Am I permitted my critique now?
Yeah. Absolutely.
You get 5 words though for the
I get
critique.
5 words.
5-word critique. A 5-word critique. Yeah.
You get a 5-word.
All right, are you ready? This is my 5 words. You ready for this? Practically perfect in every way.
Oh right, that was great. I'm gonna continue. No,
I also.
no, no. You guys are good. Continue. You can type them in. All right. So, yes, I guess if it's crucial, you guys can ask your questions.
My question
Well-
was if. Oh, sorry, Andrew.
No, you go. You were ahead.
I just if the pauses were like written in or if they were like
All right, that was
Were
a
the words?
that was a
were the
bad
words
question.
planned?
That was just a bad
the
question.
no
That was a bad question.
the pauses.
The beat.
Yeah, they were scheduled. I put those in there on purpose. I was not sitting there thinking. I knew what I was gonna say.
Okay.
All right, that's Katie's turn. Andrew.
I believe
Mine was just why is Chose just spider?
What do you mean?
That's what he's been. It's Spider-Man and Spider.
Big spider.
Yeah.
Angry Cat and Spider-Man.
Hmm.
It's my spider.
Anger Cat, Spider-Man, and then fucking dumb blue kid. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Andy. I didn't mean it. Andy didn't.
Adult kid though? Question mark.
Dumb adult blue kid.
If you called him blue kid, it would represent his emotional state as well as his complexion.
Oh,
Oh.
he's a blue kid. Blue kid. Blue. Chismas. Ah! All right, we're starting session. As you guys were sitting there, talking to each other as Dash learned the news about Sig Sig, you guys watched last session as a massive, partially destroyed Star Destroyer loomed in the distance. As it began hovering over you guys, you will all watch As this happens, and I'm going to take 1 second to just copy.
Twilight's just pausing to look up.
Ooh. Ooh boy.
You guys will watch as what seems to be a horde of dark troopers will begin flying down from this large vessel. About 60 of them will begin to hover downwards as they begin lowering towards you guys. You'll watch as each one begins to land, slamming down into the dirt as they encompass you in a full circle. As this happens, you're going to watch as the ship behind you that housed the bounty hunter and Twilight's sister, you'll watch as the doors iron up as they close and lock with what looks to be a mechanical shield covering over them. And then the ship itself, you watch as the wings clamp down into the earth. And it seems that it's almost covering itself in what looks to be a heavy shield as you'll watch as a blue energy begins to kind of pour around it. Um, Twilight, as you're staring at these droids landing and look down at your comm, you'll notice a red blink before a small message will kind of pop out, and it'll say, "We'll keep sister safe, don't worry." And then there's a thumbs up image.
Can Twilight say anything into his comm to
You can
respond?
type back, yeah.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna type back. You're supposed to be out here.
You get no response. um, as you guys watch as these droids are surrounding you, you'll watch as one of them walks forward over towards the very struck with how, not knowing how to react dash. You'll watch as one of these droids that has just landed out of the other 59 will walk over towards you and hand you what looks like a small data pad.
To which of us?
Dash, I said.
Oh, to me. I'm sorry. I not to be like a tough player, but like he's not gonna even. He's like looking up at the sky, and he's like on his knees, and he's just like
Oh,
not responding.
you're not a tough player with that because the droid's gonna immediately grab your head, rip it back down from the sky, and point down at the data pad.
What's on the data pad?
As he points down at the datapad, you will read a message that simply states, "You have been invited for tea."
Um,
Hold on, give me a second here. Give me a second. I have to think something out.
As each of um after afterwards, the droid will look up and in a very awful and like kind of pixelatedly droid-like voice, you will hear, "You have all invited to be. You have all been invited to tea."
Oh, tea's pretty cool. I'm down for some action.
I thought we were about to get into a fight. These guys look like they're here for a fight.
I mean, they're inviting us for tea, and there's never a bad situation when someone invites you for.
Who's the invitation from?
The droid will turn its head over, will look back at the two of you, and will say, "From our master."
who's that?
Unknown.
We know though, don't we, Twilight?
Has Exodus mentioned that Cogna would be showing up like this?
No, I don't think he has.
That's why the cogna. That's why the context is funny. Because he hasn't said anything. Because his brain's broken.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna roll just to see if I would get that then.
He's trying to imply that. Okay, I was gonna say he knows you don't know that he's trying to get you to get there, but
Okay. tilt his head a bit at you, um, and pull on one of his players. I'm not sure I would know. Would I?
I need to make a check to see if you're lying or if you're playing along. So now, let me make an insight check. I say, yes, you don't know, and my lens closes as I wink, and I do it really, really quick.
Hmm.
You'll hear the droids chime in as you guys are doing this weird back and forth. They're gonna say, "We can do this the way where you come to tea, or perhaps we could do this the way where you come to tea a bit more forcefully."
I mean, I'm down for tea.
Twilight's gonna say, I think that if it was a thing that I knew about, then our friend would be out here with us.
You have been invited. No context has been given about a previous setup of plans.
Dash is going to stand up and he's going to look right at one of the droids and he's going to put his arms out almost like to be handcuffed maybe or perhaps like more like
Like,
he's
pick me up.
to be picked up or something like that. And he's gonna say, let's have tea.
Very good. And you'll watch as one of the droids comes over and picks you up like a baby, and then lifts you in the air with your arms just sticking up.
Oh! Pick me up like the old bluest baller over there. Pick
Uh,
me up.
you'll watch as one of the droids comes from the circle and picks you up.
Yes. You see Sorrow trying
Wait.
to hide laughter.
Yes. Okay. All right. Droid, take me with the old bluest baller.
Another droid will come out of the crowd and go over to Soro, and just gonna come and is gonna say, "Would you like a ride?"
Oh, I died. Oh yeah, yes, that would be awesome.
They'll pick you up like a cat, though, like a cat that's on its back.
He
Wait,
is
oh, I thought
laughing
you meant say it's
still, just
rough.
laughing.
Oh no, yeah, the pick up by the scruff of the neck. That's what it is. You're picked up by the scruff of your neck. Um, Another droid will head over towards Twilight and just stand next to them and go, "Would you like a ride up?"
No, don't touch me. And then Twilight's gonna walk over to where Exodus is. As he's gonna walk on the ship. Don't worry.
There's no walking on the ship. It is in the sky.
Ugh.
So what about the
Okay.
Imperial ship?
I guess he's
The
gonna
Imperial ship's locked down.
he's gonna reluctantly,
Oh.
but if he has to, um, lift his hands up and be carried.
As you walk over, the droid will pick you up very daintily, you gave them the no the first time, and they're a little awkward about it. Um, but they'll pick you up. Another one will head over towards Exodus. Exodus, do you accept?
I suppose.
You can nibble on it while you fly.
No, I don't need to eat this. I ate one of these things already. I
That's true.
tasted this meal.
Wait, if you eat this one though, maybe you'll fly.
Yeah, maybe I'll
You
get
eat
jet
its
boots.
back. You jet back. Yeah, jet boots.
Yeah.
And then finally, two will come over to Chose, and we'll just be like, "Would you like a ride up?"
There's no shuttle available to do the same task.
There is not. Our ship is need of repairs.
Then yeah,
What?
yes.
You'll watch as they both pick you up, each one holding on to like one of your arms. So like four of your arms are being held as they kind of lift you up together. So it looks like you're just T-posing into the sky. Um, as all of you are lifted up, you guys will watch as you fly up and above the ship. You will be lowered down into this large kind of V-like hangar. The watch will slot open. As it does so, you'll see inside what looks to be a destroyed assembly of ships, of armor, and of weapons just scattered across the ground. As well, you will see what looks like remnants of large hunks of ice reminiscent of this ship being perhaps the same one you saw back in that meteor, that comet, when you guys were had just dealt with Tada. As you guys land down in, you'll see as the other droids that didn't carry you all land back in a large clump behind you, slamming down into the ship. As you watch it, it almost seems like maybe it even moves from that weight, but it doesn't in reality, how large the ship is compared to these tiny entities. As you guys settle down in yourselves, as you enter the ship, you will hear an eerie tune play over the speakers.
I'm muted. Um,
Hmm.
would it be possible to just turn to Exodus now and say, if this is who we think it is, then maybe we could let them know about our situation down there.
Correct. It seems we now have more cards on the table. Although the Imperial still does have your sister.
Yes, that would be the problem.
Hmm.
Maybe I
Well,
can get him to come up here, though.
hmm. Yes, that would be a good idea.
Um, can Twilight try to do that while they're walking?
Try to do what?
Get the Imperial to come up to the ship.
What message will you send?
I will send him. Um, okay, so I will say, it seems like it would be best if you come up here to get Cogna now, while we have the troopers distracted.
After a few moments, you'll sit waiting for a message, a response, and then you'll see. Kitty, you're breathing into the mic. You're good. You're you'll notice a message pop up where you see dot dot dot, and then you'll see an emoji of what looks like an Ewok sticking its tongue out to the side, just like a dead Ewok face, just going. "Eh."
What
That's a response.
was it supposed to mean?
Are you gonna ask him that?
Yeah, what does that mean?
Uh, he'll just say, "Not so tech savvy, are you?" Question mark.
Do you want Cogna still or not? Question mark.
He'll send a dot dot dot, and he's going to say, "Remains to be seen."
What's that supposed to mean? If you're not gonna come up here, then send my sister up.
You don't get a message after that.
Twilight's gonna start just pulling on his legs. He doesn't seem to be coming up.
Hmm. All right.
As you guys are making your way forward towards this large elevator, um, as you step inside, you'll watch as only 6 of these troopers go inside with you, as the rest seem to wait in the hangar. As you guys go up, 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 up this elevator for what seems to be about 7 or 8 minutes. Eventually, you'll find yourself entering what looks like to be a long hallway. At the end of this hallway, you see a glow of red light that sits in the distance as you can hear the hum and clicking of computers all around you. You'll see that looks like a few of the droids up here have remained and are taking care of the computer itself. And once the elevator hits and you guys step all the way out, and then it begins to go back downwards. You watch as the 6 droids follow behind you and begin to usher you kind of forward in almost a line, a flat line, going forward. As you guys eventually reach in, you will see what looks to be a long table. This table doesn't seem like it's really meant to be here. Um, as you guys step inward, you'll see sitting at the table a few individuals. First, you'll see what looks to be 2 stormtroopers. These stormtroopers seem to be long dead, as you'll see their helmets have been set back upon their heads, and they are set at the table with what looks to be teacups and plates set in front of them. Further down the table, you will see gagged and tied to their chairs what looks to be 2 chiss. One seems to be reminiscent of Thrawn, and the other one seems to be reminiscent of Dash's mother.
Reminiscent?
Reminiscent.
That's
Yeah,
them. It means it looks like them. I'm saying it looks
So
like
it's
them.
not them?
No,
Or
it's
it is them?
them. I'm saying it looks like
Oh,
them.
okay, okay, okay.
So it
I
is
thought
them.
you were implying that they were dead and like it was just like the
No,
I
it's
was
just
like,
they
what?
look roughed up, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can see they've been bruised, a bit bloodied. They've been tied up to their chairs and placed kind of in a manner where they're looking forward at each other with tea that looks like it's been placed forcibly in their hands. Um,
Twilight's gonna take a step back to try pulling out his blaster.
as soon as you do, make a counter athletics check, and this is not a grapple. Is this your blaster, by the way, or the one that Thrawn gave you?
Is Thrawn's blaster a blaster carbon? Carbon? What does that take here?
I don't know.
Right. Carbine? A blaster carbine?
Well,
The blaster.
is it the blaster you started with, or is it his blaster?
It's his blaster.
All right, roll an athletics check then.
Okay. 7.
You'll watch as the droid behind you reaches forward and just goes, "I don't believe that's acceptable for tea." And you'll watch as he reaches forward and crumples the end of it.
That was rude.
As we enter this room, Dash is just gonna kind of look up and just say, "Oh, you too."
What? Is that aimed at me?
He doesn't respond.
What? As you watch as he looks at one of the other droids, and the droid goes, "I don't know. Something's wrong with that kid."
Twilight's just gonna
Man,
sigh.
it's like a 30-year-old.
Something's wrong with that guy.
Twilight's gonna sigh and put his blaster back.
As you try to holster it, it like slinks down in a wrong angle and sticks out a little bit. Um, as you guys are ushered forward, you'll see what looks like a large chair sitting in the distance. Um, as you guys kind of enter forward, each of the droids are going to kind of aim you over towards a chair, where you guys will see that etched down into the table is each of your names. You'll see a spot labeled Dash, a spot labeled Twilight, a spot labeled Exodus, and then 2 spots labeled Guests. And then Nin, you don't have a chair remaining for you.
Oh, hmm.
One of the droids will go.
Maybe
One of the droids will go over.
I'll sit with Sorrow.
One of the droids will go over and will just say, "It looks like a rodent got mixed in with the guests." Make an athletics check.
Hey, no, that's not a rodent. That's my student.
Roll a persuasion.
It's not my sheet.
What'd you get, Chris?
I gotta go through so.
I got an 8.
Yeah. What's your persuasion, Sora?
I just gotta find my character sheet. There's just a lot I gotta go through. None of them are near me. Okay, hold on. Okay, nope, that's Son. There's Soro. Okay. That's 18.
Yeah. As you look over and start saying that this is your student, you'll see that the Dark Trooper has been attempting to wedge this young Nin through a trash vent. Is trying to shove them in, and they're like all four limbs kind of extended, trying to keep themselves from going through this trash vent. As you're looking through, Nin, you can see what looks like the void of all of the Earth below you. Since you won't just be going into space, you'll instead be falling down like almost like 500 feet down. But you haven't gone all the way through yet as the droid pulls you back out and just goes, "Oh, my apologies.
Don't touch him.
We'll go get you a chair." You
Good.
watch as
He deserves a good chair.
one of the droids leaves.
Wow.
Are you okay, Padawan? As
Uh,
Zoro rush over.
I am fine. I didn't see my light flash before my eyes. Next time I'm
Zoro
gonna
will give
stab
you a
them.
big hug.
Oh,
Okay, don't worry. Don't worry. I handled I handled the situation. We should all be good. We'll just have tea and stuff. It'll be rad. It'll be badass.
You watch as the Dark Trooper comes back with a chair, and will place it next to yours, Soro.
Awesome. Zoro will run back to his seat.
It's not a very good chair, but none of the chairs here seem very good. Most of them look like scrap metal that's been ripped and bent up out of the ground into like a seating place. As you guys all sit, and the droids sit behind you almost like guards watching you, you'll watch as this massive chair begins to spin in a circle. And sitting in it, you will see Kagna. But Kagna doesn't look the same as she used to. It looks like Kagna's been shifted almost. You notice a more wolf-like appearance to her, as the only reason you could really recognize her is because of her eyes and her forearms. As you see her sitting there in this chair, you'll see that sitting under one of her arms is a massive sword. Um, Next to her on her side, as the chair spins around, you notice that sitting next to her looks like uh, Amira standing there. She looks blank-faced, unaffected, just kind of like a blank look as she's standing there dressed up in the same Sith attire that she had back on the other planet. But she is not Chiss in this visage of her. You see that she looks purely Sith and in her Sith form when she had that fake identity kind of placed over her when she was on the planet. But Cogna, keep explaining what Cogna looks like. You'll notice their hair is all kind of like dark brown, that kind of like shown all across their body, and you notice their eyes are a crimson red with almost like black like embroideries and fur markings around their eyes and on their face as they turn around and they smile.
As soon as Dash sees Kagna, he's going to kind of like almost like break out of like the stupor that he's been in, and his eyes will widen really big, and he'll say, "Kagna, is that you?"
as you say that, Kagna, um, looking out at the rest of you, will say, "Oh, welcome, welcome, welcome to my little tea party. I'm so glad you. Wait." And Kagna will look at Dash. Who are you? That seat's reserved. Please get a different one.
It's me. It's Dash.
Roll a persuasion and roll an insight, Chris. So dash persuasion and Cogna insight. Uh,
I got a 13, but if you don't mind, I would like to just keep going on.
yes.
26 persuasion.
Continue, Chris.
Kagna is going to be taken a little bit back here. They're going to right themselves a little bit, kind of staring straight forward. Take a deep breath in and look back. No, no, no. You are not Dash.
As
This
Cognos
you are
says,
this imposter, Twilight,
as
that
Cog
you have brought to me.
as Cognos says that you are not him, you'll hear as their voice almost echoes, and in a different kind of deeper voice as well says, "You are not the one I need."
I mean, I'm not responsible for bringing you anyone, frankly, but we're actually. You're the one that left with the ship, actually, but this is Dash.
Dash is gonna stand up unless he gets like stopped by one of the droids, and he's going to like put his hands on the table and say, "Cogna, it's me. It's Dash. I'm so happy to see you.
Lies?
I just look different.
No. Twilight. You. I left you there to pursue your child, and I am doing the same, and this is not who. This is not Dash. This is not who I need. This is not
Ask me
Dash.
something only. Ask me only something Dash would know.
Yeah, as Cognos says that, you'll hear, "This is not the one I require."
Just ask me something that only Dash would know. Like our secret code name. It's Cash.
With that, there's a hint of recognition, yet a bit of a blind rage that just quickly takes over Cogna's face as two of their arms reach out towards Dash, and they're going to cast Choke.
I got.
Let's roll for initiative just so we can go through these events a little with some equality here.
Dash will
Alright.
fail that though. When it happens, Dash is gonna fail that check.
Okay.
Is this like a combat initiative?
This is going to be a combat initiative, but it's going to be lax in the amount of time between turns.
Yeah, so you guys could tell that Cogna is definitely going for a choke, but not exactly instantly into let's kill everyone here. It's more of a punishment kind of situation.
Also, I'm sorry I rolled an initiative.
Way to one up me.
Oh wait.
Katie, you delete that.
I
Always too
can't.
quick.
I don't have any power of deleting it.
You, I was going to just yell that you're weak. That's just mean.
I'm glad we're such strong initiative sneakos.
You and me. Yeah, you and me, Nick.
We're just
Always.
powerhouses.
Yeah.
Alright.
Mm-mm.
I feel like I'm not prepared for this and shouldn't be this high up. Because I have no clue what's going on right now.
You can pass your turn for now if you'd like, if you really don't know what you need to do.
I mean, I would like to keep it because Kagano's choking Dash, and that's problematic.
All right. Yeah, Fozzie. I'm sorry, Fozzie Bear fucks. I can't. That's definitely. That is a fact of life. There's no way he doesn't have like kids in every state. There's no, every comedy show he sets up, he takes somebody in the audience just goes, "Hey, I really liked your skit tonight." He's like, "My bedroom, 5 o'clock," and then slides like a business card to them with the hotel on the back. My bedroom, show up. We're gonna shack up, waka waka.
They call me a bear for a reason. Waka waka.
And then you realize he's homophobic because he's like, "I don't do that gay shit. Though. I mean, unless you're into it." And Fuzzy Bear is homophobic.
I'd feel horrible if he was canceled.
Oh my goodness.
Just
I don't think I hope that I'd be very surprised if the Muppets try to like swing their way back into full popularity, where they just have one of the Muppets get canceled for being like a horrible person or something like that. Like they're just like, yeah,
Oh my
Kermit's a
god.
racist or something like that. Like
it would be one of the old people that always sit up and like judge.
one of those guys, the ones that laugh from their balcony.
The two old guys that hate each other.
They laughed at the 9/11 memorial desk,
Yeah.
they laughed at that.
One of them's just like, I'll have you know, I voted for Trump. I voted for Trump too. So they're just like laughing.
And then
The
there's like
first time I finally agreed with you.
Gotta make America Muppet again. Oh. All right. Anyways, back to
God,
the
you said
back
it,
to.
and it's so true.
make America
m-
frog again.
anyways, bringing it back. It is Twilight's turn as we're gonna shift the music really quick before you do stuff.
Is it Moon's turn though?
Is it Nin's turn?
It's a question.
No, Nin got a 20, not a 23.
Well, no, I got a 20. The 3
Oh.
is the Dex mod.
Oh, sure. Okay, yeah. So Nin has a +4 Dex mod then.
Yeah.
So Nin will look up towards Sora and be like, you'll see that they've grabbed down toward their little vibro blade and looks up towards Sora and be like, "This is the most scythe person I've ever seen."
Yeah, they're kind of a jackass. They're choking our friend, old blue baller.
Blue baller.
Should I attack?
I think so. I'll be right behind you, ready, as like I have my hands ready on my blade.
So you guys are, if anyone is looking towards Nin, you'll watch as they kind of do that like little kid thing where they kind of slump down into their chair, kind of slide under the table.
Roll.
Just
All
the way
right.
that's done.
Roll a roll an acrobatics check or an athletics check as you're getting opportunity attacked by one of the droids behind you, who instead is just going to grapple.
So the Nin's trying to do this stealthily. I'm not sure if that matters, but yeah. Or actually, I could just disengage. As
You could disengage.
I will just disengage from them.
All right. They have Sentinel. No, I'm just kidding. They all have Sentinel. No, you're good. Continue. You will heal
So
the.
do I stealth roll?
No, you just do your thing.
Maybe a stealth check.
Um, are you trying to do the hide action?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, you do the hide action and then your bonus action disengaging.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, and that's Nin's turn. As they kind of go underneath the table and like just try to sneak slowly towards the head where Cogna is.
One of the droids will dip down and talk to Sorrow on this turn. We'll just go. I believe we've lost visuals of your pet. Cool. All right. Next turn.
Okay.
I got. Thank you, Nick. Sweet.
Okay.
All right. Nick's alive.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did they talk to me? I'm sorry.
Yeah, they did.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I was lost.
They said I believe we've lost visuals on your pet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I must have went. I'll be back. Bathroom break.
Bathroom break, Okay, so Twilight's gonna look over at Exodus and hope that Exodus understands this look. As he's gonna stand up on his chair, and to Cogna, he's going to say, "Actually, you know what? That is not Dash. You're right. We were trying to trick you. He's actually down there still. We left him on the ground in that ship."
Am I able to speak while being choked?
You can try to roll a con save for me.
Okay.
If you want Dash, though, I think you'll have to go down and get him yourself.
Could
18.
you roll deception on advantage, please, for me?
Okay.
And that's an 18 con save. Can I speak before you roll?
Yes. Speak before he rolls.
He's going to say he's lying.
Well,
All right,
in that
make that
case.
make it a straight roll. Make it a straight roll then.
Oh. Okay. Well, in that case, then I only got an 11.
Kagna will stare back at Twilight and say, without releasing their force grip upon Dash, they're going to say, "That's incorrect. You're lying to me. There's somewhere else." But
Not on.
perhaps
Not
we
on.
could discuss this little bit over tea?
Twilight's gonna tilt his head, and look back at Exodus, and then he's just going to nod. Yeah, we should discuss it over tea. Shouldn't you let go of our friends here?
Yes, I'm sorry. That was very rude of me as we put down Dash from the force choke. Please get them a different chair, for that one is reserved for Dash.
As,
Twilight's
as,
gonna stop standing and sit down in his chair.
as Dash kind of falls down from the choke, he's going to kind of look up and say, "Why did you stop?"
Uh uh uh
Ty, no,
uh.
end it now.
That's not for kids to hear.
I didn't even say
Wow.
anything.
That was the issue.
You should have said.
Oh, Nico slapped. That's all I needed. All right, continue.
I did laugh.
Yes. Continue though. Sorry. Sorry for ruining that RP bit.
That's all I said. That's all he was going to say.
Um, Again, get the extra chair for our other individual, but
Cogna, making a
please.
force check for me while you're mid sentence.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
19.
as you are mid sentence, you'll watch as Nin flies out from the table, flinging at you with fury and power. As they swing at you, you're able to catch them with the force in the air as they're almost caught in the air, mid frozen, kind of floating in a circle. As you can see, they're fully extended in attack mode with two little vibro daggers pulled out.
Oh, all right. If anyone says or does anything that I don't like, you will have to go to the children's table. Take this one away.
You'll watch as a droid comes over and picks up Nin and just says, "Do you mean to that children's table?"
Um, Here, I'll message you where I think the children's table is.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm sorry. He could sit with me still.
the droid will turn at you and say, "If he sits at the children's table and you wish to sit with him, you will also go to the children's table." Yeah, that's what I thought. Would you like to
I want
also?
to.
All right. You watch as the droid picks you up by the scruff of the neck again, Sora, and begins dragging you away, while Nin is also in another droid's hand being dragged away, and you guys will be both thrown into a small room, where you guys are going to make acrobatics checks for me.
Well, okay. Well, to be honest, Soro and Nin aren't. Well, sorry.
so that's a.
Yeah, you fall into on your face when they throw you in. What'd you get, Chris, for Nin?
But I have difficulties navigating these things. 15.
Nin doesn't fall in. You're able to be launched back, and you kind of catch yourself on your all fours, and kind of turn around as you watch as they shut the door behind you and lock it, as it looks like you guys have been stuffed into an airlock as the droid walks away.
Gotcha. I did get. You did hear I got a 3 though, right?
I mean, you went flat on your face.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, I was worried I got out of the airlock for a second. I was like, oh, I'm. Oh no.
No, no, you're in there. You just fell flat on your face
Okay.
into the airlock.
Well, this is not a great. This is not very awesome. But
Don't
we're here
worry.
now.
Yeah, well, they're not watching us. We can sneak out.
That's
we can
true.
use. We can cut through the doors using our special swords and sneak around.
Yeah, I can do that. As long as they. I hope they just don't hear. But yes.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
Are you guys gonna attempt to cut through the door?
Yes.
Cool. Make an attack roll.
Wow, this is where I roll shit. This is the session I roll shit. 16.
You make contact with the wall. As soon as you do, over the speakers from what seems to be an AI built into the ship, you will hear air pressure has been negatively modified. Closing airlock. You'll watch as a large metal door will slam on one side of the airlock, and then you'll watch as the doors on the other side open. Now I'm gonna need athletics checks from you guys, as air is rushing out like that from a plane.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, this is great. 12.
In
Oh gosh.
Nick, how you doing both these things? How you doing both these things?
Oh no.
How you doing this?
I don't know. I'm not doing. I rolled a 12, so it's not going well.
Min got a natural 1 plus 4 for a
Uh,
5.
as you're like hauling yourself in, trying to hold on tight, Soro, you watch as Nin slings into you, going, "Whoop!" As they just right into your face as both of you begin plummeting down from the ship.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we're gonna go back to the other people. Um,
Great.
Good job. Good.
I just gotta do the math really quick. 50 times 10. It's 50. That's 50. That's 50 d 50 d6.
Okay, if I can.
I don't know what
If I
kind of
can
math you're doing.
rage.
I went reverse math to get to 50 because 50 times 10 is 500. And its intervals of 10 feet is when you take damage. So I know what math I'm doing.
50
All
Depend,
y'all.
depend on how many turns I
50,
have. I can
50
survive.
d6. 50 d6.
50 d6.
50 d6.
Oh, wait.
That's
Okay.
fine.
They can take that, right? If it's all ones.
If I have 2 turns, I can survive.
How fast do you fall? I think you fall 160 feet per round. So that gives you like 3 turns. We'll see. Anyways, going back to the main area of the ship, you'll see one of the droids turn around and will just go, "Oh, well, not our problem," as they turn and head back over towards the tea party.
Cool. We're just having a nice tea party, right? Dash isn't, or
Yeah,
fake Dash isn't gonna cause any problems.
Kagna has definitely begun to serve the tea and has dished out some sugars and waters and says, "All right, that was a little uh, rough beginning, but I'm sure that we can come to some sort of amicable closure to this tea party and have a little bit of fun. So, How have all of you been since I've seen you last?
I'm
Gosh.
Dash
all right, I
is going to look
suppose.
up since someone else is speaking. Oh, okay.
What were you gonna say, Exodus?
Is it all right, I suppose?
You'll
So,
you'll hear as Cogna says to you, Exodus, have you eaten it all?
Mm, I don't need to eat.
And
Thank you, though.
you'll hear as Cogna says, "You're more than welcome to eat one of the droids."
Thank you. I'm not hungry. Thank you, though.
You hear these odd responses, Cogna, as you have said nothing.
so, well, so there's a few introductions that have to be made. I am Cogna, pleased to make your acquaintance. What, uh, of those who I do not know, what are your names?
But by the way, Chose is the only one in here that you don't know anymore, because the other two are in the airlock.
Technically,
Well,
Cogna
and
is still
Dash.
considering Dash
Oh,
someone else.
yes, I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat what you just said? I heard it and then I forgot it. Like immediately
They're
after I heard
they're they're asking who you are. They're just asking who you are.
it. Dash is gonna look up and he's gonna say, "You know who I am."
I'm afraid I'm not very good at riddles. Um,
we just Cogna. We just hired this person.
Dash is going to look over at Twilight and then look back at Cogna and say, "He's lying again."
As this is happening, Twilight, really quickly, looking over, you'll notice Thrawn has like kind of taken their coffee cup and has hurled it over into your lap.
What? Why?
It's not full of anything. It's not full of anything. They're trying to get. It seems like they're trying to get your attention.
Twilight's gonna look down at the cup and then up at Thrawn if there's nothing in the cup.
He's gonna look down at his hands. Do you look at his hands?
Yeah.
You're gonna watch as he does a series uh, of like kind of finger, like making finger points, and he it seems like he's pointing at his wrist and the bindings placed there.
Is he like pointing at them because he's tied up?
Yeah, it seems like he's trying. Yes, it's because he's tied up. It seems like he wants you to loosen him.
Am I sitting next to him? Like where?
Yes, he's right next to you. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay. Twilight's just going to flick one of his layouts like up and down, um, in Thrawn's direction, but he's going to wait until Cogna is not looking.
All right, roll a stealth check for me.
Oh.
That's how you wait for Cogna to not be looking. You stealth.
Okay. Also preferably not the droids, but 15 on my stealth.
While this is happening, Dash is going to continue speaking.
Yes.
Looking up at Cogna, he's going to say, "You know, for a moment there, I thought you were going to finish carrying out Plan C."
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Can you say that one more time?
For a moment there, Cogna, I thought you were going to continue carrying out Plan C.
You, my dear imposter, have been quite well informed, it seems. I am carrying out that plan. It just has taken on a little bit of a new form. As soon as I find Mowgli and Dash, where you guys didn't find Mowgli, did you?
Well,
It seems that
Mowgli's
you found
dead.
no one
No, we're
on
still
this planet.
looking.
Mowgli's dead, just like
Mowgli-
Sig Sig, just like I
Mowgli-
will be soon, just like these two will be, and all of us.
well, Mowgli is dead actually, and Cogna knows that Sig Sig is dead, and we actually don't know where Dash is.
I'm sorry, did I say Sig Sig? Of course Sig Sig is dead. I meant Bjorn. as he
Twilight's
gives a hard stare at Twilight.
Twilight's gonna stare back. Um,
You're gonna watch as Thrawn drops their head and shakes their head back and forth.
also, by the way, I
You
got
got an
an
8. I know.
Uh,
You probably already killed Sora.
Meanwhile,
No,
back to
no.
Soro. Back to
We're
Soro and
just
Nin.
outside at the child's table.
All right. I
Oh,
want.
I'm bleeding.
Don't die.
oh no, wait.
All right, Nick, what's your backup character?
Yeah.
So you know those monkey lizards?
You had me a monkey. I'm in.
You know that one that Jabba the Hutt has that goes like,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys, it seems like Nick's not gonna be playing with us anymore. So.
Probably not.
So, anyways, as you're
I have
falling,
no idea, but I think Soro could live.
as you're falling, you're going to, as the two of you are falling, I need you both to make con saves for me.
And that chance is 10
You're not dead.
because I decided to roll. Great.
And
Cool. I'm guessing like my winds get knocked out of me.
you take 40 damage.
Why are we taking damage?
You'll see.
Because it's not the ground that kills you, it's the fall.
You take 40 damage as well, then. So as you guys are falling, your life seeming to pass before your eyes, as you're both holding on to each other in a heavy embrace. If you guys would like to have any final words between each other, you may, for dramatic purposes.
I don't know, Sora's just panicking.
Make it over dramatic, like cartoon over dramatic.
Sora has. I don't think Sora would have anything dramatic. Sora's just screaming and crying. Just
Don't
holding
worry,
on.
Master. We'll get out of this. We'll find a way to beat that Sith. We'll rescue everyone. We'll.
As you guys thud onto metal, as you guys open your eyes and look down, you'll notice what seems to be a ship is caught your fall as it is zipping by. You'll watch as one of the probe droids spins out, is going to say, Get off my ship!" As you're going to watch as it does a barrel roll above a large tree. Yes, you guys are going to make acrobatic checks again for me.
Oh my god.
I'll use
I
slow
swear to
fall on
fucking
that
Christ.
so that I only take 35 or I only take 5 damage from that first one.
Oh, okay.
5.
You got a 5?
Not rolling anything higher than 8. Like,
Yeah. You'll
great.
you'll watch as Soro slides off as he attempts to kind of sink his claws in to hold on tight, but the metal doesn't even give to your claws as you thud into a tree branch and take another 20 damage.
Great. Still up. 19 health.
Oh my god.
What about you, Nin? You still slow falling?
Nin got a 13 for
All right.
acrobatics. And since
You
this is a separate instance, I think I can use slow fall again.
Yes, it is a separate instance, and you take a nice little soft landing standing on Soro's back as you kind of like plop down as Soro goes. um, as you both are now in what looks to be a 200 something tall foot tree. Um, as you are looking back at that small ship that is flying into space, that is that is where we're going to flash back over the party because Twilight, you are going to receive a notification um, on your holopad. It is going to read, "No amount of money is worth facing a Star Destroyer by myself. Good luck, y'all." I didn't say y'all, but he says, "Good luck, all of you. I'll take care of your sister."
No.
And then you guys watch as he jumps into hyperspace.
I'm going to hunt this man down.
They're definitely fucking, by the way.
Wow, thanks. Yay.
I mean, there's no way they aren't.
As he jumps into hyperspace, you guys can feel the friction of the jump as the ship rocks, and moves. And you'll watch as
Tyler's gonna look down and kind of just his hands are just gonna one of his hands is gonna go into his hips and he's just gonna squeeze really tightly. And he's just gonna look at Exodus and shake his head.
All right. Hmm.
Well, it
So-
looks like we're out of one bad situation.
you'll get a secondary message after you do that squeezing. You'll see a message that'll say, "But if you live, I'll meet you on Coruscant." And then it'll be a smiley Ewok.
Twilight's not gonna be looking.
Okay.
So, now that we got introductions out of the way, I would like to kind of discuss what I want to do. As soon as I have my droids sweep the forest and find where Dash was or could have been, we'll move on. All of you are very welcome to join me on this mission, so long as you don't get in my way. But
Chris, you there?
yeah,
Dash is gonna just say, "Are you planning on killing us slowly or quickly?"
This is where you're going to watch as Cogna's eyes flicker a bit. And you'll watch as the light that kind of shows from them darkens. Or not light darkens, but glows more bright. As you'll watch as Cogna says, "No, I need only you. But not you. We need Dash." And as they say Dash, you'll hear Cogna's voice and this deeper voice at the same time.
Would it be? I guess would it be fair to assume that this might be like, like I know that she has like spice that she'd stolen, like was doing. Does this have to do with this?
No.
well, you look and you can recognize the sword, right?
You can see the big Sith sword. You'd recognize that.
That's good.
When
That continually rests in the hands, like the bottom two hands of Kagna. They never seem to kind of let go of it at all. Always one hand on the blade, at all times, no matter what they're doing.
you're going to hear as the voice begins to speak to Cogna, the voice is going to go, "Wait. You know this isn't Dash. So, what if I keep this one for my ritual? Because all I need is a chiss. And the other two you told me I couldn't take. So can I have this mystery one? And then we will find your Dash."
Dash is gonna stand up before anything happens. He's just gonna say, "I know where Dash is. I've been hiding it from you."
You'll watch as Cogna looks up.
Yeah, Kagna looks up and their face is their smile is wide and genuine, and you can almost see like a glint of hope in their eyes as you say this.
In response, a tear rolled down Dash's face. I know where he is, but I won't tell you unless you let everyone else on this ship go.
You'll watch as Cogna's eyes flush with red once again. Um, Cogna's going to look from side to side at each of the people and is going to say, "No, we keep the one that fired upon my body." As they point over at Thrawn.
Well, that's just not true.
He fired the ship at them.
Dash is gonna just look back and say he's gonna look down at Thrawn and then he's gonna look up at Cogna and say, Fine. Everyone but Thrawn.
You hear his tongue goes. "Mm."
Kagna looks up, almost like not hearing the words that they said before, and say, "Yes, of course. Everyone else will be completely safe. And
Now.
now,
You hear the
we're
droids.
still enjoying our tea party.
You'll hear the droids come over, and one of them say, "Should they also go to the kids' table?"
No, no. Listen, we can release the bindings on Sergeant uh, Crumples here, as I point to a stormtrooper. This Chiss woman, um, and but we'll keep the bindings on Thrawn. Does that sound a little bit more amicable? This is still a wonderful tea party we're having.
Then
In
after the tea. After the tea, you let them go safely. And when they're done, I will tell you where he is.
as you're doing this, Cogna, in your head, you're going to hear, "We will use this one to find your dash. And actually, I have decided that the best sacrifice for me is the one that shot at my body. They will be perfect."
I'm glad we could all come to such a great agreement. Twilight, and this imposter, whoever this person is, thank you very much for finding them. Thank you,
Of course.
Twilight.
Twilight's just gonna narrow his eyes.
Twilight, do you want to roll another stealth check for me?
Yes. As he's just staring at Agna. He got an 11. Wow, he's doing so good.
Cogna, can you roll a perception check for me?
A perception check.
Yes, this is going to have to be a perception check.
I'm not doing
And it's going to be
anything.
disadvantaged because you're focusing on this dash clone so much. Listen, it's on disadvantage.
Oh,
All right.
11.
Isn't that what you got, Katie?
yeah.
You're able to slip the bindings off from Thrawn as they quickly reach up and grab the binding out of their mouth, and you'll watch as like what looks like a long tube stock has been stuffed in their mouth as they just go as they pull it out from their mouth and throw it on the ground. Uh,
Well, Twilight's not helping them any further because, like, that was kind of stupid to just immediately
they're gonna
throw them outside.
no, they're gonna look over at you and they're gonna say, "Weapon."
Twilight's gonna just hand him one of his vibro knuckles because that's all he has now. Ron's blaster is broken.
Cool. He's gonna take the vibro knuckle. As you look back at yourself and then look back over at him, he's gone.
Where is he? I have blind sense.
You have blind sense. Um, you can see that he's gone up behind one of the stormtroopers and has dismantled them quite quickly, and is now using them to sneak close over next to Cogna.
Cool, cool. X is just sitting there. He's not looking around really. He's looking at Chose actually. Just kind of just staring, just just looking at Chose.
Has Exodus been looking at Twilight looking at him?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's been observing the room, but right now he's just staring at Chose.
Okay.
Well, I've been getting quite tired from this. So, if we would all like to retire, those who are not staying, I will have some of the droids escort you back to the surface after we clear the area. For now,
I
if you
have-
could just wait.
I haven't gotten my tea yet.
I think that me and Exodus should stay. Right, Cogna? We're friends, right?
Of course. And if you want more tea, there is plenty to have. But I must retire, and I'd like Dash to come with, or this Dash imposter to come with me, as well as
As you look over, Thrawn is gone. Rolls for initiative for me, everybody. Again.
Oh, I thought we were still in initiative.
Yeah.
No, we haven't been in initiative for a while.
Heck yeah! Look at that.
No, this has not been the longest Twilight turn. There's just not been initiative.
No, I thought we were just like kind of like roughly going through the initiative and just
God,
kind of talking a lot.
I'm
I've
loving.
never.
Oh, yeah, Nico's like
I'm-
finally,
I
finally
Yeah.
feels so
never
good,
ended my
Nikos.
turn ever. I never ended my turn.
I've not rolled higher than a fucking 8, Nikos. I've not
Yeah,
rolled higher
you know.
than a fucking 8.
Nick, it's fine. I got a nat 1. It's relax. Relax.
A fucking 8, you
Would it be fair to assume that Exodus would prefer having Dash than having this weird Cogna?
Yes, that makes sense.
I mean,
Which would you rather have, a dashy boy or a weird Cogna? A good dashy boy or a weird Cogna?
Weird
I mean, look,
Cogna.
there's nothing wrong with Cogna, but I mean, like,
Good dashy boy?
A good dashy
Yeah.
boy.
Can we rephrase this? A broken, crumpled dash that will never recover, or weird Cogna.
Well, weird Cogna has like a thing where she like yells at Twilight now. I don't know.
Twilight's a liar and lies to
Yeah.
her face.
Well, okay, okay. You wanted to get force choked? Okay, whatever.
Yes, he failed
Alright.
that check. Did I take any damage from that, by the way? Don't you take max damage when you accept a failure?
No, you just fail the save.
I thought that was a thing because in the rules for that one fighting style.
That is if you accept getting hit.
By an attack. Yeah.
Oh, by an attack. Okay, okay.
Accepting
Yeah.
a failed save is different.
Yes.
Cool.
That'd be ridiculous. Ugh. You'd just be dead.
Would you like me to roll damage on that?
Yes,
Force
please.
choke?
Yep.
Yeah, please do.
All right.
I found out the other day that Dash has the minimum possible health that he could have right now.
What? No.
And you know what? So does Twilight. That's funny. Twilight has one more than Sadie. Wow. They both suck. HP wise.
I have 19 out of my 79 hit points.
Wait,
That's
wouldn't we have all
smacking.
heal up and such after that giant fight with the
Yeah.
force beast? Or,
I still hit. You also, some of you I think took damage from the Jerns.
Wait, I've been healed since that. Okay, I've been healed.
No, I'm just trying to figure out how Dash got hit. And what
I
by.
definitely have 50.
No, he hasn't been. I'm saying his max HP is the minimum that it could possibly be for this level.
Oh, okay.
Which is 45.
We're not doing too great.
24
X
points
is
of
fine.
Nice. 24. That's
I'm not really
4.
certain, but I honestly want to kill anyone in this room right now, so I don't know if I agree with Ron 100%, but
X is itching for some blood. Been
I
a
have
bit.
more hit points than Sora does.
Right now, yeah. I'd hope. I'd hope.
Well, I did just accept a force choke.
That's true.
how many hit points do you have left?
21. I only have 3 more than Sora, but I have 3 more.
Actually, 2 more. 2 more.
2 more? I thought you
All
were
right.
saying
So,
Oh, you're right.
I said
3.
19, you said
You're
2.
right. You're right.
as you guys watch as Thrawn is missing, Exodus, you'll watch as that droid carcass falls to the ground. You're gonna watch as Thrawn goes up behind Cogna. You'll watch as he has the vibro knuckle in hand. You'll watch as he releases a series of punches at Cogna's back, almost like in slow motion, as they makes 3 attack rolls against Cogna.
I only gave them one vibro knuckle, by the way.
Oh, I know.
I just want-
So we have a nat 20.
All right, as that nat 20 lands. You guys are going to watch as a force shield around Kagna flares up, and with force, Sith lightning kind of scorches around Kagna, defending Kagna almost automatically. So as I take a melee hit, I'm going to roll 2d8 damage and automatic 20 damage. So it's 20 plus 2d8.
All right. You watch as he begins to get shocked. He continues to rack through with the second two hits, one of which is a 29, and the other one is a 26.
Both are definitely hitting.
So all three hit. So.
That's going to be another 2d8 or 48 damage at the minimum.
So how much damage happens?
Oh my gosh.
Currently, Thrawn is taking 49 points of damage, and that's before I take I'm not sure if he breaks through my armor of Aboleth.
How much damage is your Arbor Aboleth? Because the first attack itself is going to do.
Temporary hit points.
The first attack is going to do 42 damage.
All right, so then that's everything. So armor of Aboleth will do its 20 damage, and that's it.
All right, the second attack.
So how much damage did you say, sorry?
It was 40 damage. 42 specifically. That was only the first attack. The second attack you'll watch as he takes one of his hands, both of them at the same time, is going to slap both of your ears in the same hit, dealing another 23 damage for the second attack.
Okay, it's funny.
I think it's funny.
Kagna dies.
No, it's not what's funny. It's but something is funny. Let me see if I can
Oh
find it.
my god. Holy shit. This attack's fucking okay. You'll notice this one's a bit stronger as he takes those vibro knuckles.
Stronger.
Yeah, you'll watch as he does 32 damage as he clobbers his fist into the back of your head.
How much damage was that altogether?
So, 20, 40 about, and then 32, 74-ish damage.
Alright, I don't... Does anyone have 74 HP? Just I want to check.
I do.
I
have
did have
81.
79. I used to have 70.
I have 50.
Is Cogna gonna take somebody else's HP? I'm terrified.
No. I wish I could... No, I mean, I've got nothing.
Kagna, did we just beat Kagna in a fight?
We didn't. Fucking Thrawn did. If
I-
anybody did.
I released Thrawn, so I feel like I should take the win.
That was a fucking vibro knuckle? What the hell?
That's a lot.
Thrawn's good at unarmed. Which I didn't realize when I read the stat block. And then I went,
I thought he was a freaking whatchamacallit. I thought he was a freaking scholar.
He-
gave us all the superiority
well, no,
base.
because they made the stat block based on his character in the show, I believe, because he's got unarmed skills.
Oh.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah,
crazy.
he is very unarmed skilled, actually. That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
He breaks robots with his fists.
Yeah. You watch as he goes up behind Cogna after one punch to the ribs, slap on the ears, and then a punch almost in the shoulders right below the neck. You watch as Cogna slumps down and forward, as you watch as he just embraces her and lets her gently down to the ground. He's going to...
Wait, I'm sorry. Did he do the Captain Kirk move?
Yeah.
Slapping both?
Oh yeah. He'll take the sword as you watch as he takes the sword to throw it away. You watch as his eyes glow red, and then you watch as they go back to normal. As he's going to take the sword and he's going to fling it over across the room. As he does so, you'll watch as she keeps her form and shape, this kind of different appearance. But you'll watch as what looks like this spirit begins to leech from her for a moment, but then it comes back. As it goes back to her, and you watch as the sword... Cogna. Let me 1 second. I just want to explain what happens really quick. As this happens, you'll watch as the sword flings back across the room, back into her hands, as you'll watch as her eyes glow bright red. As the ship begins to tilt down towards the earth. As it does so, Nin and Soro, you guys are going to watch as one of the windows of this bridge, as you guys are just collecting the air from you, begins approaching where you guys are, as it crashes through the tree that you guys are in, as you fly tumbling back into the room.
Ow.
And with that, part 2 of the fight has begun.
I guess negotiating with Cogna didn't work.
We don't negotiate with Sith.
Wow.
Jeez, I had so
You
much
never knew.
lightning prepared.
No.
Why the heck you gotta one-shot my character, Ty? Huh?
I didn't mean to. I mean, Strawn's a high stat block. Blame Katie. She let him out.
Well, you know what? I revoked my responsibility. All I did was roll an 11.
Just so that everyone knows, because now this is not going to happen, Dash's plan was absolutely to get everybody off the ship and then force the ship to crash, blowing up him and Cogna and everything.
I mean,
Just so everyone knows.
Twilight wasn't gonna leave the ship, so lol, that's the plan.
Well, then Twilight would have died.
I just gotta pick a good song for this really quick, guys.
He didn't care. That's why he left Serana there. He was like, fuck, whatever, I don't care. If he has to die, so be it.
Ooh,
He's
Dash is
messed
turning
up
into a
right now.
Sith.
No, he's
Dash
not
is
turning into a Sith. He's messed up.
Dash is turning into a sad, is what he's turning into.
He's turning into a sad. He's turning into a. He's going right. Not to go super heavy, but it's been shown that Dash has had suicidal thoughts, and he's going right back into that now.
Yeah,
We're gonna take a quick 5-minute break so I can get stuff ready for this, because I should have been ready.
If we save Cogna, will Dash feel better?
No, that's not the problem. The problem is people keep on dying around him, and he's realizing that even if he saves the entire universe, it won't matter if he can't save the people he loves.
Well, okay,
And
well,
he can't. He's not strong enough to.
He's literally becoming Anakin Skywalker.
okay, well,
He's becoming a Sith. He's becoming a Sith.
we just need to get back to Coruscant, where the stupid bounty hunter is, and then we need to be like, have Dash interact with the bounty hunter enough so the bounty hunter will tell him that Bjorn's still alive.
It's true. It's true. It'd be a very far-fetched plan, but if he found out Bjorn was alive, it would
I
make
think
him
the
hope.
time for keeping up
Yeah,
that
as long
lie
as Soro doesn't die anytime soon, it should be fine.
What'd you say, Andrew?
I think keeping up the lie, Bjorn has left as fast as the Imperial
Um,
left with your sister.
As you fly back in, Soro, you'll watch as Miar quickly flutters over to you, and you and Nin are both going to heal some from Miar.
Wow.
Are we continuing then?
Oh yeah, but not yet, but yeah.
But yeah, also you're right, Nick. If Soro, that's part of why he was like, oh, like you just killed Soro, because he was like, at that point everyone's lives on that ship was like nothing to him. He was like in such a funk. He was like, well, I guess Soro's dead now too. Great.
Regain.
Dead, Moby's dead, Bjorn's dead, Sigsig's dead.
Okay. Okay.
Maybe you should just turn around, because Soro is still alive. Yay.
He's off the deep end.
My friend, Nin and Sora, you guys will be regaining 24 HP, and you guys will be gaining 8 temporary hit points.
Okay, the reason he's not Anakin Skywalker though is because Anakin's angry. Dash isn't getting angry.
Big sad.
Big sad.
So, as Cogna stands up, Cogna, you can take your initiative out from the initiative, and it'll be replaced. With actually the polar opposite of your 12, a 21. So, as Cogna stands back up, you'll watch as standing there before you, looking over at you, Dash, as they take their sword and slam it into the ground. You watch as the metal underneath turns almost into a wall in between Kagna and Thrawn, as it force launches Thrawn over into the window, as you watch as they tumble out from the window, as you watch as their arms begin to grab forward, trying to grab onto something as they fall from the Star Destroyer and begin tumbling out from the ship. As this individual looks over at you, Dash, they're going to stab the blade in and they're going to go, I know that you are Dash. And with this, I offer you the same offer that was made before. I will save those that you have lost if you aid me in what I need to do. But it will come at a cost more greater than you can realize.
Um, I'm sorry, give me like 2 seconds to think really quickly.
As you're thinking, you'll see an image.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, continue.
You'll see an image waft over your mind and your eyes. You'll see what looks like a speeder. On the speeder, you'll see yourself, young, small, sitting in the front of this speeder bike. Behind you, you'll see what looks like to be a Gungan, kind of fluffing your hair up and like letting you use the controls. As you see that you're flying toward forward, you'll see next to you, riding on a earth, kind of almost like a tauntaun like creature in this desert. You'll see what looks like Mowgli at your side, riding as well. And behind her, you see an Iridonian.
Ooh, what?
Sorry, a Zabrak. They're the same thing, but you see a Zabrak.
Interesting. Am I forgetting a Zabrak that Dash knows?
No, it's a Zabrak that Mowgli knows.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yes, okay.
That's a pretty good offer to me, Dash.
As he's looking, as he's like is seeing this vision. Jeez. No, this makes sense. He's just gonna look up and he's going to have like tears in his face and he's going to say, I don't know.
Listen, you'll have everything. You'll have back your friends. You'll have Cogna back. Everything will be as it once was. Everything will be better.
No. If no, if if I have all of them back, then that means they're safe. Then that means I have to do what I was supposed to. That means I have to save the galaxy. That means,
Yes,
and he's going to look towards Chose. He's going to say that means we have to save the galaxy.
that's
And I
something.
can't do that with you. He's gonna like try to like start backing up a little bit as he looks like almost like scared as he's like starting to sweat, and he's gonna say, I this is wrong.
Then I will take what I should have taken before the weak-minded body that I am in decided otherwise. As you'll watch as they take their sword up like a spear, and it looks like they're about to aim for you. And you watch as they throw it forward. As it launches forward, you notice as it begins flying over towards your mother.
Oh fuck! I mean, there's nothing I can do about that. So I mean,
Let's look at this really quick. Cool. That sounds interesting.
no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Can I take something back? Can I say something? And this might not be something
Yes.
that can happen anyways. But is it possible? I've just thought this out in his head, and now that he's coming back into things, is it possible for him to try and jump in front of her?
Yeah, you can try to jump in front of her if you'd like. It's gonna take your reaction.
Sure. I mean, what else am I going to use my reaction for?
All right. Then,
Do I have to make some sort of a check, an athletics or something?
yeah, make an acrobatics check to attempt to jump in the way in time.
This has gotta be good. This has gotta be good. This has gotta be good, please. 19.
All right, let me just.
I just rolled an initiative. I'm so sorry. I'm
You're
a fiend.
you're good. Trying to. Let's check this out.
Would Sever Force work on the sword being thrown?
Yeah,
Or
but
do
you're
it
gonna have to
have
make a
be-
roll.
Gotcha. I
Roll a
guess I'll just
d20.
cast. Gotcha. I'm gonna just cast it at 4th level. Then control myself. 20. 7 plus the power spell. Wait. Okay.
Wait, you're casting Sever Force?
Yeah.
You'll watch as, with a quick, sharp look of their eye, they're going to glance a glare over at you, and they're going to cast Sever Force on you.
Okay.
But their Sever connection is different. You need to make a saving throw, specifically
Gotcha.
a intelligence saving throw, I think. Yes.
I'm gonna use. Where's my thing?
Dash, what was your roll, by the way?
19.
Yes. Okay.
If it was
So the
something I
spell
could
is
roll.
going through, so I have to read that spell.
But
So make
will
a
I be able to jump in the way at all?
yes, make a con save.
Cool. Con save. 15.
You fail. Wait, you were gonna fail anyways because you were blocking the attack,
Oh, well. Okay.
right? Isn't that makes sense? I don't
Yeah, I
know.
was trying to jump in the way so that it would
Yeah.
go into me. Yeah. I mean, I guess I would still have to make the save for the effect
Holy
of it
fuck.
inside of me, but it would definitely hit me.
Dash, how much HP do you got?
I'm dead, I'm sure.
No, how much HP do you
21.
get? Wait, at the moment?
Yep.
How?
Force
The
choke.
Force choke.
What's your max HP?
45.
You're not dead. But as the sword strikes you, you'll watch as it stabs in your stomach. As it do, it slides all the way through. As you fling forward, your face kind of like swings by as you look over at your mother, as you fall to the ground, as you watch as a black darkness begins to emanate from the blade as it begins to seep through you, and you watch as your consciousness fades, as the sword sticks in the ground. You're gonna hear as the Sith goes, "No!" Then Andrew, what'd you get?
The 19.
Yes, you. I gotta look at their DC. Also fail.
That's
Gotcha.
the best I could do.
You. How much HP do you have?
44.
You have 3 HP now.
Gotcha.
Um, as you,
This is not super coggers.
as you attempt to make this to sever this force as you reach out, you'll hear in your mind just a "Your people have fallen," and you're going to take 41 damage as his sever
Yep.
force strikes back with his mind.
Does my special thing tie pick up that power?
I I mean, you'd get another Sever Force, but it doesn't pick up the damage from it. It's just a special thing from the stat
Mm,
block.
okay.
So yeah, you have a Sever Connection stored up. Wait, can you use it instantly though?
Um, well, I already used up my reaction. It's not my turn, so I don't know if I can really do much
What's
about
the
it right
item?
now.
What's the item do?
It was that one. Let me see if I pinned that.
Because if it lets you use it regardless of reaction, that's what I need to know. Because if you can
Uh,
use it back, you can cancel out his Sever Force, but I need to know what it does. Marina Dago, number of
oh,
times per your fish finish one. Whenever you cast Sever Force, as an action on your next turn, you may cast on your next turn.
yeah.
Okay.
So I can't use it right now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well. Okay.
With that, we will go into the next part of the initiative to Chose.
Um.
Oh, come on. It's so sad.
Let's see. I casted that fourth, and then that didn't do anything. So, okay. Nope. One more. There we go. I will just cast on myself. Um. Force immunity as I sort of like protect myself with a little uh, force aura.
Yeah, as you cover the force around you, your six arms begin to like create almost like a bubble of the force around you as you kind of using each one spiraling around, keeping yourself safe. That keeps you safe from force powers, right?
Yes, it keeps me safe from any force power of third level or lower.
Yeah.
Including if they're
Okay.
upcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. 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 Um, and that was my action. So then I'll just go to dash. I will run as fast as my big 6 foot, whatever 100 pound spidery self can go to.
Yeah, you're able to reach dash on the floor as you kind of leap over the table and crawl over towards him.
And I think that's my turn.
Dash's unconscious face looks up at you, unfeeling. I'm sorry, I felt like I had to narrate that.
Freaking DMs. I'm sorry.
All right, it is now.
Ron Weasley's turn.
All right, Twilight.
Twilight is Ron Weasley, it's been decided.
Twilight, you will see your Vibro Knuckle is still sitting over next to Cogna where he got fucking yeeted off the Thrawn's hand when he got launched through the window.
Got launched the window? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it was really dramatic. The song played. I got teary-eyed.
Okay, well, Twilight has another one anyway. He normally doesn't use both of them. But he's also not planning on attacking. He's going to say to Exodus, I think that we should just try leaving at this point.
X will nod.
Can you get Dash by yourself? Oh.
X will nod.
I don't want to be here in this initiative anymore.
Run away! Run away!
Twilight's gonna on himself, kind of just looking down at his, what is it? I don't communicator. Um, he's just gonna pocket that as he's gonna cast Armor of Aboleth on himself, and he's gonna Um, is there people around me that I have to disengage from?
Yeah, there's these droids, but you're not sure if they're actually helping what they're doing. You'll notice that they seem confused on what to do in this situation. Like they're kind of just moving around, almost kerfuddled.
Imagine all of the giant dark troopers walking around into each other like, what do we do?
Listen,
John Travolta shrug.
you'll notice these droids are uh like dark troopers, but as you guys have looked at them a bit more, they seem more like and this is as the player telling you, just really armored up super battle droids.
Well, no, this is going to.
I also feel like they're running on B1 Battle Droid software.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
talk like this.
They're talking like this. Well, they're the super battle droid brain of software.
He's still going to step of wind, and he's gonna disengage as his bonus action, and he's gonna try to go to behind where Dash is on the ground, um, to get ready to pick Dash up, but can't do anything right now.
Andy, I need you to read something I want to say really quick, okay?
Okay.
Also, is Exodus doing okay?
I was nodding because I'm last to go in initiative, I think. So there's going to be a very different battlefield by the time it gets to my turn.
I mean, that's fair. Okay. Well,
But X is fine. He's still sitting. He just hasn't had time to react yet. So
okay. I don't think it changes that we should leave no matter what the outcome is. But
no, not at all.
I'm also realizing now that we don't have a ship to leave the planet with. But whatever.
Correct.
Because this bounty hunter needed us for this job, and then doesn't want to do the job, I guess, and then also doesn't even want to wait for us on the planet.
Dude, it's a Star Destroyer. It's a Star Destroyer. You got scared. You don't fuck with a Star Destroyer.
When I see him again, he is dead. We are killing him.
Katie, he whooped your ass.
Lover's spat.
You're just jealous that your sister's in
They should
love.
Get married.
Oh, he's taking her sister away.
Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna fuck. They're gonna fuck.
And
You just lost your
I'm
hoe.
gonna kill him.
You just lost your hoe. Now I can understand. You're gonna kill him and your sister.
no, Andy.
Okay.
That was my what? Okay. Right. You're gonna lose your dash over there, just sitting.
I can't do anything. It's not my turn yet.
He's dead on the ground.
Just sitting there looking.
All right. So, next in the initiative order, Nin, you've just been thrown through a fucking window after dropping like a bunch of feet. And this mean person that you tried to attack before is now holding up this sword that they just threw into Dash's stomach.
Yeah. So there is definitely a big old scythe right in front of me.
Blue Ballers
so-
is down.
Yeah. Blue baller is down. And so Nin is going to rush up behind the Cogna Sith and is going to stab them in the back with a little vibro sword.
Yeah, they're not really paying attention to a squirrel, so you attack.
First attack is a 18 to hit.
18. Let me look. An 18 does not hit.
Neither does the second strike that comes almost immediately
Yep.
after it.
You'll watch as two of Cogna's arms wick back behind them and grab onto your daggers and throw your arms back. as the body of Cogna still faces forward.
All right. As they do, they're going to then pull out one of their little darkness charges, and they're going to toss it at the ground, and a black smoke is going to appear all over the place, surrounding them and hopefully blinding the Sith.
All right. How long does that last for?
Let
It's
me
as long as you're conscious, correct?
It lasts for 1 minute or until a source of enhanced light dispels it. It is 10-foot radius, so there's 20 feet sphere.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. Um, then after your turn, that is your turn, correct?
Uh,
You'll watch as they clap their hands together and then pull them apart. Actually, you don't see this because it's darkness. But as they do, their sword will shine a bright light of red darkness, like red eminence, that'll just brighten up the room as it begins to glow red. As you'll watch as the little bits of black and everything begin to dissipate as they use a legendary action to cast a force power.
all right.
With that, continuing on.
Yeah, Nin will just look up at their foe, realizing what a challenge this will be, and realize that it will take all their training that they've ever done to even lay a scratch on this foe, and they brace themselves for a longer combat.
Yeah, you do that thing where you scrape your thumb against your lip and take the little bit of blood, and then like take the little daggers and have your little like combat pose.
Yes. Yes. I am living for Nin.
Smile Cognos of mine.
Listen, Cogna's old news. Cogna old news.
Nin is like one of those anime character middle school, like high schoolers that has Chunibyo syndrome. Who's also, but is also simultaneously that little rat from Narnia,
True.
and I love it so much.
All right, with that, we move to Swirl's turn, I believe.
So Sordo's eyes will kind of get really big when he sees Dash, and then seeing the sword stab into Dash and Dash fall unconscious, his eyes instantly go quickly to like the hunter eyes. As
Huh,
he is
Angie
going
Kitty,
to
Angie Kitty.
enter, as he is going to enter a rage and look at what was Cogna. Bastard. As he's going to then run forward and make 2 attacks.
In Cathar, he yells, "Anger Cat!"
Angry.
As first attack will be with Reckless. It's gonna be it's a nat 20 for the Reckless attack.
Hey, finally.
So I'm just gonna spend 3 force powers there as well. Then just might as well. And just to double check, the second attack will be a 20, not nat. Would that hit?
How much?
Well, first it's the nat 20, so let me just do the damage here real quick.
Oh yeah, everything is a max. So for the first part of the
Yep,
attack.
and there's not a. I gotta double check my stuff.
Oh, I cannot wait
Movement.
for the damage.
I think you're a guardian, right?
Yeah, I already used.
Okay, that's okay. I thought I heard you say that.
Proceed.
I thought I heard you say that, and I just wanted to make sure because that's gonna be really great.
That's gonna be
Who
big.
do
You
I
already roll so much anyways, so putting that nat 20 on that, oof.
It's gonna be.
Dash is gonna wake up and steal your kill, by the way. I guarantee it.
That's always the cases.
Oh wait, isn't Dash supposed to wake up when reduced to 1 or something?
Works with.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wait, what'd you say?
you're right. I completely forgot. You gave me the second heart. Ty, I was supposed to come back up at 1 when I got reduced to 0 hit points.
Nice. We can just
Well,
dash out. We
There
can.
we go.
does Dash want to come back up?
68 damage, by the way.
That's the
Oh,
question.
he does. He does. I did. If you're asking from like a mental standpoint, he
On
would.
his turn, he'll come back up then. On his turn, he'll come back up
Because
then.
can you
Okay,
use
okay.
can you use
There was a
divine
snap.
smite on multiple attacks?
Yes, you absolutely can. Also, reckless
cool.
applies to both, just so you know that. I don't know if you rolled
Oh,
advantage
reckless
with the
applies
second
to
one.
both.
It
Oh,
applies
okay,
to both.
Let me just roll. Okay, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
But
Okay,
There
I
was
do
just
have
a
to say
snap.
though. Okay, it's kind of inconvenient that Dash will be awake because I feel like he's gonna be harder to convince to leave when.
This is true. I'm sorry. Then a dead dash. But I just to say there was a snap judgment. That's when I made that decision to jump. There was a snap judgment where like his mind came out of the cloud and he like saw things clearly for a moment, and that's why he jumped. So that's why he would actually be fighting now.
and then 25 extra damage.
Oh my
to it.
god.
So how much altogether?
68 plus 25. That's 80.
That's 93.
93.
Uh, they're s- they are still up.
That's fine.
Yeah.
As I'm within 5 feet of it, I'll let him, whenever he feels comfortable about it, try to make an attack again.
Dear Lord. Oh my lord.
As you attack Cogna, you'll watch as you cut through one of their arms like butter as it falls down to the ground.
Oh wait.
Nice.
No.
That's fine. We're alright, right? This is okay.
As Soro is just gritting his teeth as tears are starting to go down his face.
Can you stop killing your friend Cogna here?
That's a no can do. You see, you hurt my good friend Dash, so.
All right. It is now Dash's turn. You guys will watch as Dash's eyes blink open.
As Dash's eyes open up. Is the sword still in him?
Yeah, it's still all the way through you.
He's just going to like look up into the sky. Is he seeing Cho's face? Is Cho still leaning over him?
Yes.
He's just gonna
Wait,
look up into your face.
Andrew, are you here? Andrew?
Yeah, I'm here.
Just making sure. Because Dash is talking to you.
Well, I'm sorry, what?
Dash is talking to you.
Dash is up. Dash is up.
I was just
Yeah,
asking,
yeah.
are you still looking over? Oh, are you still like standing right over him?
I would have been, yeah.
His eyes are just gonna kind of like open up, looking into your face, and he's just gonna say, "I can't be killed that easily." And then he's going to try to get back up off the ground. I'm assuming this is gonna take half his movement, like he's moving
Yes.
from prone.
Yes.
As he gets up, how close is Cogna?
Cogna's about 10, 15 feet away.
Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Give me a hot second, because I did not expect to have to be preparing a turn until like 2 minutes ago. Let me just get this. I just need to check 2 or 3 spells here really quick. And then I'm going to. There we go.
Can I just say that Ryan is the only shattered person that is online right now? It's just shattered by itself.
Wow.
Wow.
We're all online though.
No, I said shattered by itself.
Should invite him to more campaigns, apparently.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like to play with Ryan.
The question is that even possible? Is that even worth trying if I do this? Is that even worth trying?
I don't know. I vote that you get knocked out again so we can carry you more easily.
Yeah.
See, the other option is to do this, which doesn't. The only thing that can stop that would be that, but that could also just be stopped really easily. Let me just check really quickly. Let me just. Uh, he's gonna try it. He's gonna try it. Okay. Um. So, is there anyone behind Kagna?
Yes, Nin.
Is it just Nin?
It's Nin.
Okay. So Dash is going to designate a point beyond. Yeah, he has a range of 90 feet, so that's fine. He's going to designate a point beyond Kagna, so that a 20-foot radius touches only Kagna and Nin, because he can't avoid that. Um, Sorry, Chris, I'm just going to get both your characters at once. And
Don't worry about it. Nin can take it.
And well, that's the only problem is that Nin can take it. I hope this works because he's already been hurt so much, or she's already been hurt so much. Um, and I'm going to cast. He's going to cast Cloud Mind as a second level power. So this is basically sleep, but I'm rolling 7d8, and that's the number of hit points I affect.
All right, let's see if you're able to do it.
Why are you rolling here, though?
Nin currently has 52 HP.
Damn it!
The max.
I hope that this cognitive abomination has less than that. I really hope, because otherwise you're gonna absorb
Well,
most of it.
well, they did make a movie called New Hope, and I'll tell you that Alderaan died in that, so I don't. Well, we'll see.
No.
We'll see how this goes.
Don't do this to me. Um. Oh my god, and I rolled horribly. 25. 25. Is that enough to get either of them?
No,
Yeah,
not even
to
Nin's
get
out.
Nin.
Nin has the lower of the 2 HPs, so it all goes to Nin, and Nin is not put unconscious.
Damn it! Well, then he has nothing else to do. That was his
And
dramatic turn.
you're gonna watch as the Cognic clone looks at you and just goes, "I didn't want it to have to be you. After I finally got a chance to learn more about you from her, but."
Okay, go ahead. Continue saying what you're saying.
He's gonna say, "But what has to be done will be done."
How far away is the open door? The kids' room, as it were, that they
Uh,
fell back in through.
that's about 45 feet away. Because it's in the hallway near the entrance to the room.
He's going to.
You also don't know it's an airlock.
Well, but I did know that these two somehow. Oh, but I didn't know they left.
Yeah.
I didn't know how they left.
They could have crawled on the outside of the ship and jumped through the window.
I just thought that there was like the open doorway, so I thought we would like hear or like with like the air rushing through from back there.
Yeah. It looks.
True or
No, it didn't open. It shut the doors and then it kicked anything in the airlock out.
how did they get back in then? I thought you said
They
fell through
they fell through an open window right next to you guys, but you can see that as the ship is falling, the shields have been directed to the forward shields, so nothing's coming through anymore. There's no heavy wind or anything. Otherwise, you guys would be fucking out the window.
So the window's been shut where they came through.
Kinda. It's just the shields have been focused to the forward front of the ship. That's what they do in Star Wars, like when there's like open windows.
Right. So in theory,
Wait,
I
have
could
they-
fall through the window.
No, because there's a shield,
Okay,
like a
that's
metal shield, like Grievous's ship,
That's what
like
I
shunk
thought,
shunk
yeah,
shunk
so
shunk.
it's
Yeah.
closed, is
Yes,
the-
yes, 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 yes.
Right. Well, you were saying it wasn't, so I was.
No, I was saying that it was when they hit the tree. When they first hit the
Oh,
tree, it was open and they flew in, but then immediately
I see.
that caused the shields all shut down on it.
That makes sense.
Wait,
That
have
makes
we
sense.
not crashed yet?
You guys are crashing currently. It's only been seconds. It hasn't
We
even
got
been
through
it hasn't even
most
been
of it.
6 seconds yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's nothing else he can do then. That's his turn.
All
He's
right,
gonna die again. He's gonna die again. I should have healed myself instead, but.
Andy, don't you worry. I got you. All
And
right.
then you're gonna do the thing. I don't
All
like
right. It's gonna be Exodus's turn.
All right, I've been ready. So here we go. Bear with me. Action. This. Everyone's like around X, right? Like we're all pretty much at the table now.
Pretty much all of you are next to X. Yes.
Fantastic. Burning a potent aptitude. I am doing restorative chemicals using my explosive distribution system. Bear with me, everyone's going to get a lot of healing. Everyone is going to get 13 hit points back and get 13 temporary hit points. Bonus action. You see Exodus's chest kind of goes rigid for a second, and it all of a sudden you hear like a boing, like a spring sound, and you see this little like foot by foot shape kind of fly out, and as it's in the air, it begins to transform and shift as you see landing on the table a very small replica of Exodus standing there. As it goes, all right, I see you could use my assistance, and it's going to run over to Soro and jump onto Soro's shoulder, and is going to give him some extra healing as I use my Kolto dispenser to heal Soro an additional 10 hit points. As it like takes out a little bandage and puts a little Kolto spray on it and patches you up and says, "I'll stay with you to keep you up." As it like begins to pat your arm wherever you've been injured.
With my bonus action thing too, I'm not dying. I'm not dying. I can't die. Taking half of resisted damage next turn. I'm not dying.
And now Exodus stands up and is going to kind of look over and just kind of assess the situation as he's looking over the room and sees he's going to need to be more in a support role for this fight. So he is going to stand at the ready. He's not going to move from his current location, but that's it for him. Action bonus action is done. So there we go.
All right. So, as we go back to the top of the initiative, we need to change the music.
I hope you know, Nikos, with the temporary hit points, I'm technically up.
Good. You did get that you healed 13 and got 13 temp from me,
Yes.
right? Good, you got both. Cool. Just want to make sure. Good. And now you've got a tiny little Exodus, a foot by foot Exodus, hanging off your arm.
And I got 7 swipe points left.
All right. So, it's gonna make Andy upset because this is the one that always makes her sad. Stop. All right.
What? No.
As Cogna walks forward, you can see the injuries that she suffered. As she kind of steps forward, you'll watch.
Walking out of my range.
You'll watch as the arm floats up and connects back to her. As she walks away from you, you don't even get the chance to attack her. She disengages this bonus action.
Gotcha. Wow, what a loser.
As she walks away from you and her arm reconnects, you'll watch as her forehands come up to make almost these little rings with her fingers. As she's going to say, "I'm so sorry it had to come to this, but to do what must be done will take any cost for my resurrection." As he looks at Dash, you'll watch as he goes over and he touches the hilt of the sword. As he does, you'll watch as a black energy begins to well from the hilt down to the blade to you. As he casts the kill force power. As any creature under the HP of 100 dies. As the sword sends this killing energy to Dash, and you watch as the light leaves his eyes in front of all of you. You'll watch as the sword begins to absorb this black energy and begins to well into what looks like a small portal. As it does, you'll watch as Cogna's image in her body begins to change back to normal. As she looks at all of you confused as she passes out to the ground, you'll watch as the brown fur begins to kind of grow back into her white fur. As the sword disappears in this black portal and blips away from all of you. As this is happening, you'll watch as all of the control of the droids begin to drop, as the energy from the ship begins to leave, as you watch as the ship begins piling down into the ground. As this happens, Dash,
Mm-hmm.
I need 1 second. Gotta change that music again.
Cogna's not going to be too
saying maybe we should try leaving next time. I don't know. That never worked, so.
All I'm saying is,
I
okay,
mean,
Chris, I hope
we
I
didn't,
hope you're
we didn't
fine
really have
with
a
playing
chance.
Nin, and you really like Nin,
Oh.
and I hope you really don't care about what's going to happen to
Dash,
I'm
guys,
not-
stop. As Dash fades to black. Sorry for saying that like that, guys. I was just trying to continue. Um,
Kaga.
as your vision fades to black, Dash. As you look up, you kind of put your hands on your chest, kind of feeling around for the sword wound that was on you. As you look around, you'll see your small little body as you look side to side, and you look behind you. And seeing through this small little like portal like image, you'll see yourself standing in there, older, goggles on your head in a ship during a battle, and you'll watch as your older self falls down to the ground. As you'll see a large hole that seems to appear in their chest as they plummet down to the ground. And that's where we're going to end session.
Oh,
Well,
whoa. I'm sorry. I just have a question. Was Dash also disappearing with Cogna and the?
Yes, Dash's body dissipated with this as it absorbed into the sword.
So we're stuck on a falling ship.
Yep.
I don't want to work with the broken Exodus. I'm sorry.
And yeah.
I'm not broken.
Andy, are you okay? I gotta check in with Andy.
No, this is great. This is great.
I don't want to have to convince him that Dash is dead along with Mowgli. I'm sorry.
This is great. This is great.
He's seen Dash die. That's a different story.
Okay, fine. I'm not gonna try to convince him that Mowgli's dead. To be honest.
I feel so
Yeah.
guilty that I like, cause it's almost like that person that Dash will become is like another person that's not him. It is to like little kid him, so he feels like guilty now that he killed this person and took their life, but it's really him that he killed, and he didn't kill anybody. He was killed, but he's killed in the future now. That was very nice. That was very cool.
Doesn't that mean he's gonna die when he's like 30?
Yeah,
He's gonna die in a space
during
battle.
the Battle of Exegol.
Oh yeah.
That ship just goes down. They're like, oh fuck, too bad. They must have gotten shot down or something.
Then they find him with the giant sword room, like.
Oh, can I tell you something, Andy, that you will notice by looking through this portal that you'd see inside?
Uh huh.
Um,
Are you gonna type it to me?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. uh, but
all right, I think it's time for us to find Luke Skywalker now. So
Yes.
there's,
Agreed.
and you know what? These new people can come with us if they want to.
yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but Nin still sees a Sith standing right there, and he's gonna still kill that
You know,
Sith.
I'm really glad Nin agrees with Soro, because Soro also sees a Sith on the ground.
Wait, isn't there? What?
You know, a quick way to be in the higher rank of the Soro way is, you know, is to kill
All right,
Scythe.
Andrew.
Is
And
summary
you're gonna be really
execution of
happy.
disabled scythe.
Andrew,
I'm gonna
Yes.
be very happy.
Yeah.
Why?
can I get a pee pee boy goodbye, Andrew?
Why? I'm gonna say that.
As PP Boy would say, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, fuck, 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 fuck.